Yeah. What's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here, continuing to cook up and break down some of this NBA action. Welcome back to Jay's NBA Jam Session, man. Money making Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a dominant week for us here on the Jam Session, and we're just trying to keep momentum rolling forward. Last night was another one of those nights. We went 10-2 here on this show. I'm gonna say 10-1 because I said if Melo don't play in that Hornets game, that's a no bet. Leave that alone. And so you take that game away, we went 10-1, only loss being the Atlanta Hawks. Other than that, everything was green here on the show yesterday. I went 5-1 on the premium side. I cashed my play of the night in complete no sweat fashion with the Memphis Grizzlies. Friday night at home, fading the most overrated, overvalued team in the NBA, the Dallas Mavericks. So it's a really good night for me, man. Really good night. It's been a really good week. Just trying to do what we do, man, which is kick the crap out of the books betting hoops. There's a reason I have the #1 betting NBA podcast on the planet. And I'm glad that you guys continue to show up, man. I appreciate y'all more than y'all know. All I ask is that you smash that like button for me. You subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as I always say, man, if you're rocking with me, rock with me. I'm active on Instagram and Twitter all day long. There's a link for both in the description below. And of course, I have premium plays over at the site. It's been a dominant week on the premium side, and we're just trying to keep it rolling. So the premium side is the plays I personally have the most money on. And, you know, it's been a great week, and we're just trying to do what we do. So if you want that, you can scoop that up there. I don't force you. I never told anybody you have to do that. I come right here on this show every single day and tell you guys my thoughts, my opinions, man. And that's what we're going to continue to do. So appreciate y'all. Let's do what we do, man. Smash that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. Money making Saturday. We got what? I forgot how many games it is tonight, but for to break them all down. So let's do exactly that, man. And without further ado, let's jump right into tonight's NBA action. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get her done. First game on the board. We got the Dallas Mavericks out on the road facing the Washington Wizards. Wizards 4.5-point home underdogs in this one. Both teams played yesterday. Mavs are on a back end of a back-to-back with travel. The Wizards, no travel. Mavs got blown out last night by the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies were my play of the night last night. Cash in complete no-sweat fashion, wire-to-wire, ass-kicking. If you want a more in-depth analysis on the Dallas Mavericks and why they're so bad, just rewind yesterday's episode. I won't talk too much about it today. I think I broke it down really well yesterday. With that being said, I'm on the Wizards plus the 4.5 in this one. Honestly think the Wizards win this game outright. I understand how bad the Wizards are, but you got to understand how bad the Mavericks are. And the Mavericks do not deserve to be laying 4.5 points on the road on anybody, especially not on a back end of a back-to-back with travel. So we've already seen the Wizards beat the Mavs once this season. That's the Wizards' only win of the year. That game was in Dallas. So I think the Wizards can do it again, honestly. The Mavs are that bad. I still don't think the general masses understand how bad. And the Wizards, well, they're the Wizards, but I think they'll have some confidence tonight. And we'll see what happens. It's more a fade of Dallas than a play on Washington, but a fade of Dallas is worth gold right now. Give me the Wizards plus the points here in this one. Keep it rolling. We got the Toronto Raptors on the road facing the Philadelphia 76ers. Sixers 5.5-point home favorites. Total 236.5. I like the Raptors in this one, man. The Raptors are playing too good a basketball to lay multiple possessions on right now. Now, I get it. It's not the best spot for them. They are on a back end of a back-to-back with travel. We saw them get a win last night in Atlanta. That was my only loss last night, was taking the Hawks. I love how the Raptors played second half. Even though I was on the other side, man, they played really well second half of that game. And they're playing overall really good basketball, man. It's a solid spot for the Sixers, bounce back spot at home. And they have the rest advantage. But I think they're slightly overrated, slightly overvalued, man. They've kind of shown their colors to me recently on the road at Chicago, on the road at Cleveland, at home against Boston. Like, this team has lost 3 of their last 4. Their only win in that stretch was against Brooklyn. I don't want to lay this many points on the Raptors is ultimately what it comes down to. It's not a great spot for them, but This team has been a money-making machine over the last 2 years. They were the number 2 ATS team last year, playing really solid basketball right now. I'm gonna grab the points here with the Raptors in this one. We saw them defy a spot last night. It was a revenge game at home for the Hawks yesterday, and the Raptors overcame that. I think they can overcome tonight the rest disadvantage. We'll see what happens. Give me the Raptors ATS here in this one. We keep it rolling, man. Next game up, we got my favorite team in the world. Sounds still weird to say it, but it's because they have my favorite player. Both of my favorite players. The GOAT, LeBron James, and Luka the Don Doncic. Of course, LeBron is still out. Luka looks like he's going to be a go here in this one, and the Lakers are laying 3.5 points on the road. The Hawks, man, the Hawks let us down last night. That was my only true loss. The reason I say that, I told y'all why in the intro, but I like the Hawks again tonight. I know. But how many times have we seen the Hawks do this? Lay an egg on the front end of a back-to-back. We get pissed off at them. We fade them the second one, and they come out and play like the best team you've ever seen. This is kind of my fade the world play. I think everybody, their mama, uncle, and auntie is going to be on the Los Angeles Lakeshore Lakers in this one for good reason. I just think they lose tonight. I can see this game coming right down to it, and somebody for the Lakers hits a game winner. You know what I mean? Laying multiple possessions in this one. I just kind of want to play contrarian, be on the other side with the Hawks. I've seen them in this spot many times, man. So I'm not telling y'all to follow me to the water on this one, to the well on this one, but I'm just telling you my thoughts, and I like the Hawks. We'll see what happens. Next game up, we keep it rolling. We head over to Cleveland, where the Cavs are 8.5 point home favorites over your Chicago Bulls. Total 240.5. I like Cleveland here in this one. Both teams did play yesterday. Both teams are on a back end of a back-to-back with travel. Cleveland blew the doors off of Washington yesterday. The Bulls got beat up by Milwaukee in Milwaukee. We've now seen the Bulls play 2 quality opponents on the road, or 3. They played Orlando when Orlando was playing bad. They did beat them up early in the season, but recently we've seen them play New York and Milwaukee. They got beat up in both. I think this is a third spot where they get beat up by a quality opponent on the road. Chicago's a good team, but I think a lot of y'all started to think they were really one of the best teams in the East. And like I said yesterday, I think they're going to return back to reality here soon. The Cavs are head and shoulders the better basketball team. They're getting healthy. And at home, I think they flood the Chicago Bulls here in this one. So just my thoughts. I'm not a Bulls hater. I just don't think they're amazing like everybody else does. They're a solid team. At home, we will make money with them this season. But on the road against quality opponents, I don't like it. And especially not tonight on the back end of a back-to-back with travel. Back-to-back road games against quality road opponents. We'll see what happens. Next game up, we got the Portland Trailblazers out on the road facing the Miami Heat. Heat, 3.5 point home underdogs. I messed this graphic up. Sorry about that. I'm going to lean towards Miami plus the points in this one. Fading Portland is not fun. Portland is playing some great basketball right now, and that can't go understated. We got to give them some credit, man. They beat the Thunder Buddies, the defending champs. They beat the Nuggets. They beat up on the Lakers. This Portland Trailblazers team is playing some great basketball right now. Winners of 4 of their last 5. I just don't want to lay multiple possessions on the road with them. Keep an eye on the injury report. The Miami Heat coming into this game extremely banged up. Adebayo's game time decision. Jaime Jaquez's game time decision and Norman Powell's game time decision. So that's why you see Miami multiple possession dogs in this game. If you want to jump the news and hope that they play, I'm not saying that's a bad strategy. If they play, then this line will be closer to a pick 'em, and you're right now you're getting over a bucket in your back pocket. But there is a scenario where they don't play, and this line goes to like Portland minus 5.5. So personally, I probably won't do that here in this game. There are certain games where I do use that strategy. I lean towards Miami here in this one. I think Portland is now slightly overrated, slightly overvalued because of how well they're playing, and the quality opponents that they've beaten. But laying multiple possessions with them on the road, way across country, Portland to Miami's a pretty far flight. I just don't think it's the best spot. That's all I'm saying. Small lean on Miami. We'll see what happens. Next game up, we got the New Orleans Pelicans out on the road facing the San Antonio Spurs. Spurs laying 10.5, total 224.5. Shout out to San Antonio. We cashed with them last night. Thought it was a good spot for them coming off of back-to-back tough road losses. They came back home and beat the Houston Rockets outright. As I said yesterday, I thought you could make the argument the Spurs were the toughest team the Rockets had played thus far this season since Oklahoma City. And, man, the Spurs came out and played really good basketball. I like them in that spot. Underdog at home. That's a good spot for San Antonio. What's not a good spot is expecting them to win by double digits on a back end of a back-to-back. The Pelicans are that bad. It wouldn't shock me whatsoever if the Spurs blew them out. I just don't want to expect the Spurs to win by multiple possessions, double digits in this spot. So I'm going to take the Pelicans here in this one. This just feels like a game in my mind where the Spurs win by 6 or 7 points. They are head and shoulders better than New Orleans. It's just I don't want to lay this many in this spot. You feel me? Coming off of a huge win yesterday as well. This could be a sleepy little spot for San Antonio where they catch New Orleans, where New Orleans catches them off guard and San Antonio has to scramble and win the game late. Something like that may happen here. I'm going to lean towards the Pelicans. We've already seen the Pelicans battle them tough once. The first time they played, they went to overtime. So I know the Pelicans injury report is disgusting. Small lean for me on New Orleans, however, in this one. I think the Spurs are a little overrated, a little overvalued in this spot. Pacers, they're on the road facing the Nuggets. Nuggets are laying 11.5, total 235.5. Nuggets blew the doors off of the Nuggets blew the doors off of whatchamacallit last night. It was the Golden State Warriors. That's who it was. Little revenge game for them at home at the crib. Curry was out. No surprise. The Nuggets handled business there. They go stupid, dummy, crazy at home at the crib. And I kind of got that same feeling about this game tonight. It's not the sexiest spot for them laying this many points. The difference between this one and San Antonio is we have a good amount of data supporting how good the Nuggets are at home. The Spurs, they're not there yet. We don't have that data yet. They still have to earn that. The Nuggets, man, they're just a different team, monster and animal at home. And the Pacers are severely banged up, missing a ton of people. Yeah, I think the Nuggets get busy and win this one by margin. So short, sweet, simple for me. I'm laying the points with Denver. Unless I have clear reason to fade the Nuggets at home in Ball Arena, I'm really not interested in doing so. And the rest disadvantage tonight is not enough for me with how bad and how banged up the Pacers are and how bad they've been playing overall. So give me the Nuggets here in this one. Last and final game of the night, we got the Phoenix Suns out on the road facing the Los Angeles Clippers. Clippers laying 5.5, total 227.5. Kawhi Leonard, it will miss this game tonight for the Clippers. Dylan Brooks' game time decision for the Suns. These two teams have played twice already this season. The first one was on the 24th of October in LA. The Clippers blew them out 129-102. The second matchup was 2 nights ago, Thursday night in Phoenix. Phoenix won that game 115-102. I'm on the Clippers in this one. It's just a play on the spot. It's a play on the situation. Bounce back game at home that I saw happens to be a quick revenge game. The Clippers, they're not playing well right now. They've lost 4 of their last 5, including that road game to the Suns. But if you're an OG here, you know this is one of my favorite spots, one of my favorite situations. And you see them favored by multiple possessions in this game for good reason, even with Kawhi Leonard out of the lineup. So the Clippers, they also have an unfair home court advantage, a home court advantage that no other team in the NBA has. We have a good amount of data of how good the Clippers be playing in Intuit Dome since moving into the Intuit Dome. I think they're covering well over a 65% clip in the Intuit Dome. So it's just a good spot, good situation. I'm going to take the Clippers. I'm going to lay the points here in our last and final game of the night. All right, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. That's all. I appreciate each and every one of you that continue to tune in, watch this show, and watch these episodes. All I ask is that you smash that like button for me. You subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as I always say, man, if you're rocking with me, rock with me. I'm active on Instagram and Twitter all day long. There's a link for both in the description below. And of course, I have premium plays over at the site. Man, it's been a really, really, really good week for us here on the gym session. And we're just trying to keep momentum rolling forward. Last night we went 10-2 here on this show. As I said in the intro, 10-1 though, because I said if Melo don't play, we're not betting the Hornets in that spot. So 10-1 last night. Only true loss was the Hawks. Dominant on the premium side. Our best bet last night was a complete no sweat cash with the Memphis Grizzlies. Let's do what we do, man, which is kick the crap out of the books betting hoops. If you want to get on the plays I personally have the most money on, the plays that I love the best, you can scoot those up over at Pick Dawgz Premium. There's a link for all of that in the description below. You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on TikTok. Man, I'm active on pretty much everything, man, and I appreciate y'all more than y'all know. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs. Let's make it a winning day. See y'all tomorrow. I'm out of here. Peace.